Leonardo DiCaprio's story begins far from the red carpets and flashing cameras that would later define his life. He grew up in a modest apartment near Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles, an area that carried more struggle than glamour in the 1970s and 1980s. His mother, Ermeline DiCaprio, raised him mostly on her own, working tirelessly to provide stability in a difficult neighborhood. Money was often tight, and daily life required resilience. Yet despite the hardships, his mother's determination shaped the foundation of his future. She believed strongly in her son's potential and encouraged his curiosity and creativity. Leonardo often accompanied her on long bus rides across the city to auditions, sitting quietly in waiting rooms filled with hopeful young actors. Those early experiences were not glamorous, but they built something powerful inside him: patience, discipline, and a belief that persistence could slowly open doors that once seemed firmly closed. The influence of family and early creativity. Although his parents separated when he was young, both played meaningful roles in shaping Leonardo's perspective. His father, George DiCaprio, was an artist and writer who introduced him to creativity, underground comics, and unconventional thinking. This exposure helped Leonardo see storytelling as something powerful and expressive, rather than just entertainment. His mother, meanwhile, focused on structure and stability, ensuring he stayed focused on school and auditions despite financial challenges. Together, their influences gave him both imagination and discipline. Leonardo was known as energetic and curious as a child, often performing little impressions or stories for family members. Teachers sometimes described him as restless but bright, someone who clearly had a lot of creative energy waiting to be channeled. Acting slowly became the outlet where those qualities could thrive. What began as small auditions soon started to feel like the path where his natural curiosity, emotion, and storytelling instincts truly belonged. Early auditions and the reality of rejection. The path into the entertainment industry was not easy. As a young teenager, Leonardo attended countless auditions across Los Angeles. Waiting rooms were crowded with talented kids who all wanted the same opportunities. Rejection was common and often discouraging. Casting directors frequently told him he was not the right fit for a role, words that young actors hear far more often than encouragement. Still, his mother remained a steady source of support. She reminded him that persistence mattered more than quick success. Gradually, small opportunities appeared. Commercials and minor television roles helped him gain experience and confidence in front of the camera. Each job taught him something new about timing, emotion, and how to connect with audiences. These early years were less about fame and more about learning the craft. They showed Leonardo that the entertainment industry demanded resilience and patience, lessons that would remain essential throughout his career. First steps into television recognition. Leonardo's first significant exposure came through television in the early 1990s. Appearances on shows eventually led to a recurring role on the popular sitcom Growing Pains. Playing a troubled teenager who finds support within a caring family allowed him to demonstrate emotional depth beyond typical sitcom performances. Millions of viewers saw him weekly, and his presence began attracting attention from casting directors in film. However, success in television also created a challenge. Many producers began seeing him primarily as a young television actor, rather than someone capable of complex film roles. Leonardo understood that if he wanted a long career, he needed to prove he could do more than lighthearted television. This realization motivated him to pursue film projects that demanded greater emotional range. Even at a young age, he showed a strong desire not just to be famous, but to grow as a serious performer capable of meaningful storytelling. A breakthrough in film acting. A turning point arrived in 1993 with the film This Boy's Life, where Leonardo starred alongside Robert De Niro. Acting opposite one of Hollywood's most respected performers could have been intimidating for a young actor, yet Leonardo embraced the challenge. His performance revealed a maturity and emotional honesty that impressed critics and audiences alike. The same year, he delivered another remarkable role in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, acting opposite Johnny Depp. His portrayal of a young man with developmental challenges required sensitivity and complete immersion in the character. The performance earned him his first Academy Award nomination at just 19 years old. While he did not win the award, the nomination placed him firmly on Hollywood's radar. Critics began recognizing that Leonardo DiCaprio was not simply a promising young actor, but someone capable of deeply transformative performances that left lasting impressions. From rising star to global fame, by the mid-1990s, Leonardo's popularity grew quickly. His performance in Romeo plus Juliet, directed by Baz Luhrmann, introduced him to a massive young audience. The film's modern take on Shakespeare combined romance, energy, and bold visuals, turning Leonardo into an international heartthrob. Soon after, he was cast in what would become one of the most influential films of all time, Titanic, directed by James Cameron. When the film premiered in 1997, it became a global phenomenon. The story of Jack Dawson and Rose captured hearts worldwide, and Leonardo suddenly found himself among the most recognizable actors on the planet. Fame arrived quickly and intensely. Fans crowded theaters, magazines featured his face everywhere, and his life changed almost overnight. While success brought enormous opportunities, it also created pressures that few young actors are fully prepared to navigate. Searching for artistic respect, after the enormous success of Titanic, Leonardo faced a new challenge, proving he was more than a romantic lead. Rather than choosing safe or predictable projects, he began seeking roles that required emotional depth and transformation. His collaboration with legendary director Martin Scorsese began with Gangs of New York, a historical drama exploring conflict in 19th-century New York. The partnership between actor and director quickly became one of the most respected collaborations in modern cinema. Over time, they created several films together, including The Aviator, The Departed, and Shutter Island. Each project allowed Leonardo to explore complex characters and expand his range. Critics increasingly praised his dedication to character development and emotional authenticity. Even when awards did not always follow immediately, audiences and filmmakers recognized that his commitment to meaningful storytelling continued to grow stronger with every role. Environmental advocacy beyond film. Outside of acting, Leonardo has devoted significant energy to environmental advocacy. Through the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation, established in 1998, he has supported projects focused on wildlife conservation, renewable energy, and protecting natural ecosystems. The foundation has funded initiatives around the world, supporting scientific research and community-based conservation programs. Leonardo has also produced documentaries such as Before the Flood to raise awareness about climate change and environmental challenges. In 2014, he addressed leaders at the United Nations, encouraging global cooperation on environmental protection. His advocacy demonstrates that public influence can be used to highlight important global issues. While balancing activism with a high-profile career is complex, his efforts have helped bring environmental conversations into mainstream media and public awareness across the world. The legacy of a remarkable career today, Leonardo DiCaprio stands as one of the most respected actors of his generation. His career spans decades of memorable films, collaborations with visionary directors, and performances that have influenced modern cinema. From the emotional depth of What's Eating Gilbert Grape to the survival drama of The Revenant, his work reflects a commitment to authenticity and transformation. Beyond acting, his environmental advocacy continues to shape conversations about protecting the planet. His journey from a modest upbringing in Los Angeles to global recognition reminds audiences that perseverance and passion can create extraordinary paths. While awards and achievements mark milestones along the way, his greatest contribution may be the stories he has helped bring to life. Stories that inspire reflection, empathy, and a deeper appreciation for the power of cinema.